Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. No importa la hora que sea, siempre es un gran momento para estudiar y aprender español con Profesor Pablo. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Our last lesson was por. Our lesson right now is para. It's the age-old question for students of Spanish. Do I use por or do I use para? Por or para? Well, we know how we use por. We gave you all the major ways of using por last lesson. Now let's take a look at para. Delivery. If you're a UPS or a FedEx delivery person, you say, this is for that business. Esto es para aquel negocio. This is for Mr. Espinosa. Esto es para el señor Espinosa. This is for the bakery. Es para la panadería. Here, sir, this is for you. Oiga, señor, aquí tiene, es para usted. Destination. Who for? Same thing. On a gift card, right? Who's it for? Es para mamá, es para papá, es para tu prima. I give you something and I say it's for your cousin. Es para tu prima. Who for? By when? I need it by tonight. Lo necesito para esta noche. By next week. Para la semana próxima. By tomorrow morning. Para mañana por la mañana. For when? It's the same thing. I need it for next month. Lo necesito para el mes próximo. I need it for this afternoon at 4:30. Lo necesito para esta tarde a las 4:30. I need it for 1 o'clock today. Lo necesito para la 1. Hoy mismo. Hoy. Comparison. For a 10-year-old kid, she sure is smart. Para una muchacha de 10 años, es muy inteligente. Wow. For a 35-year-old school, it sure looks nice. Para una escuela de 35 años, se ve muy bonita. Para. Money for a purchase. If I'm your parent and I give you money for a purchase, there's no exchange between you and me. I'm giving you the money and then you go off with the money and then you're going to pay for something and you'll get the exchange, right? In that case, when there's an exchange, that's por. Like if you give money to the clerk for a shirt, you say, aquí está el dinero por la camisa. Here is the money for the shirt. The money is going that way and the shirt's coming your way. But as a parent, the money's going one way. It's going to you, my child. Aquí está el dinero para la camisa. There is no exchange there. You're going to take the money and go do with it what you need to do. Okay? The money's for the car. El dinero es para el carro. You look in the savings account and somebody says, well, yeah, you got all this money. And you say, no. The money is for college. El dinero es para la universidad. Meaning a purchase to pay for college, right? Pagar por la universidad. El dinero es para pagar por la universidad. You see the two there? The money is for paying, is to pay. The money is for paying. Para. El dinero es para pagar por la universidad. Okay, destination. We're headed for Rio. Vamos para Rio de Janeiro. Mom and Dad are headed for St. Louis. Van para San Luis. We're headed towards Phoenix. Vamos para Phoenix as our destination. 2, to get good grades. Para sacar buenas notas. To graduate. Para graduarse. To learn Spanish. Para aprender español. Hay que estudiar. Hay que tener ganas. Remember, hay que, general recommendation. You got to have desire. Hay que tener ganas. To win. Para ganar. Hay que entrenarse muy duro. To win, you got to train really hard. In order to, same thing. In order to win, para ganar, se necesita jugar muy duro, jugar bien. To get good grades, para sacar buenas notas, uno necesita estudiar. Para casarse, to get married, para casarse, se necesita una licencia. You need a license. Para manejar, to drive, se necesita una licencia de manejar. You need a driver's license. In order to, right here. In order to earn money, para ganar dinero, hay que trabajar. You got to work. Purpose, a little gadget. This is to help out in the class. Esto es para ayudar en la clase. You give your son something for his math class. Es para tu clase de matemáticas, right? You give a tool to someone. It's to open the window. Es para abrir la ventana. Purpose or function. It's for the front door. Aquí, la llave es para la puerta de enfrente. Purpose or function. ¿Para qué es? What is it for? What's the purpose? ¿Verdad? Deadline. By tomorrow. Para mañana, teacher says. By next week. Para la semana próxima. By today at 5. Para hoy a las 5. Deadline. By when and for when. Same thing. To work for. He works for the government. Trabaja para el gobierno. She works for the library. Trabaja para la biblioteca. I work for the school. Trabajo para la escuela. For plus ing. For studying, this is really good. Para estudiar, esto es muy bueno. Here's one. For learning Spanish, Pablo's YouTube lessons are helpful. Para aprender español, las lecciones de Pablo son muy útiles, right? For reading on the weekend, this is a good book. Para leer durante un fin de semana, este es un buen libro. This is a good book. Now this is it right here. Whenever you see 8 and 9 in Spanish, there's no 10, right? We start with 0 with our verb numbering system. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 and 9. We've done everything but 8 and 9, but you're going to find out real soon that we already know how to conjugate the verbs in the 8 and 9 because they're based on the present tense. If you can do present tense, you can do the 8. If you can do the preterite, which is 4, you can do the past subjunctive, which is 9. So, para que means so that. So that. If I want to say, so that you don't get lost, para que no te pierdas, so you don't get lost. Okay, if you want to incubate for 5, 6, 7 years, you're going to be able to say what I'm going to tell you right now. Like stone cold, that's the bottom line. Look, but we give you the tips, the tools, and the tricks, right? And show you how to create language on your own. Create, you're not memorizing, you're creating, you're using, developing. AI, you got AI right here. Where? First time I've mentioned it in the lesson. Language, can you all say it together? Language, learning, module. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, here we go. Para que, so that. Para que no te pierdas. Listen to this. I'm going to give you this map. Te voy a dar. That's ir plus infinitive in the present. You can do that. Te voy a dar este mapa. We're going to learn that most words that end in MA and PA are masculine even though they end in A. Te voy a dar este mapa so you don't get lost. Para que no te pierdas. There's your subjunctive. Here's one. I gave him the map so he wouldn't get lost, but it turned out that he got lost. It's easy. Break it down. Here we go. I gave him the map. That's preterite di. Le di el mapa. I gave him the map. Le di el mapa so that para que no se perdiera. Pero it turned out, preterite 4, resultó que se perdió. That's another 4. Okay? So you got 3 preterites and a past subjunctive. That's top level Spanish. Le di el mapa para que no se perdiera, pero resultó que se perdió. You can do it. I did. Hey, I have no Hispanic heritage in me. My mom once said she went to see some fortune teller or something. She said, Pablo. Of course, my birth name is Paul, but everyone knows me as Pablo. She said, hey, I went to this lady and she looked at my palm and she said, in a prior life, I don't know about that, but she said in a prior life that my mom, she was told that she was an Aztec princess. So I like to joke around and tell people, maybe that's where I got my inclination for Spanish. I don't know, right? Quien sabe? Who knows? But what I'm telling you is, I did not grow up with any neighbors that spoke Spanish with me, right? When I got into high school, I started studying it in earnest. I took it in junior high, and I had my 4th grade teacher teach us numbers and colors. But all on my own, basically, I just took off with the tips, tricks, and tools. And you know who my best friend was? Let's say it again, everybody. Can we say it? The language learning module. For example, if I say, voy a comer más tarde. Okay, language learning module, here's it. I'm going to eat later. Now you're going to say, oh, how would I say I'm going to study later? Voy a estudiar más tarde. I'm going to sleep later. Voy a dormir más tarde. I'm going to run later. Voy a correr más tarde. The language learning module grabs it and doesn't let go. That's what it's all about. Okay, so this is when we use para. For delivery, or UPS, FedEx, they're delivering something, they're going to say who it's for. You got a gift for somebody, who it's for, right? By when you need something, by today, by tomorrow, by next week. For when? For tonight, for this afternoon, for next year. Comparison, like you say, wow. For a third year language student, she's pretty fluent. Para una estudiante de idiomas de 3 años, ya habla bien el idioma. Money for a purchase. Again, there's no exchange here. You give the money, like we parents. Hey, Dad, you got some money. We give the money, and then the kid takes it and does whatever he or she needs to do with it, okay? And you say to the kid, okay, this money is for your books. Este dinero es para tus libros. This money is for your lunch. Este dinero es para tu almuerzo, right? Okay. Destination. We're headed for the beach. Vamos para la playa. We're headed for the mountains. Vamos para las montañas. We're headed for Quintana Roo. Vamos para Quintana Roo. To get good grades, para sacar buenas notas. In order to graduate, para graduarse. Purpose or function, it's for helping in your math class. Es para ayudar en la clase de matemáticas. Purpose and function. The key is for the front door. La llave es para la puerta de enfrente. Deadline. It's for today at 5. Es para hoy a las 5. Work for, I said it before, yo trabajo para ustedes. I work for you guys. For studying, you need a dictionary. Para estudiar, se necesita un diccionario. Truth be told, a decir la verdad, to study in the university, you need a computer. For studying in college, let's put it that way in the ing form. Para estudiar en la universidad, se necesita una computadora. For getting married, you need a license. Para casarse, se necesita una licencia. And para qué, there's my baby right there, para qué. I'm telling you, as a Spanish instructor from community college through high school, that's my experience. Anytime, and as a courtroom interpreter, I will tell you, just in life in general, most importantly in general life, when I hear a person say para qué, I hear a gong go off in my head and I say, all right, this is going to be the test if he or she speaks high-level Spanish. If they use para qué and come out with a subjunctive, it's over. You don't need to give them a language exam. I give language exams for a given city to see how communicative they are for the fire and police professions. And when I'm interviewing someone, if they're throwing around the subjunctive correctly, game over. I know that they can communicate at the highest level in Spanish. And you better believe it. If you can use the para qué and the subjunctive correctly, then everything else down below is going to fall right into place. Okay? All right. That's it for today. And if you don't mind, one of my pleasures in life is to say these 3 words. Language learning module. Okay, love you guys. Be good. Take care of yourselves. My knee is healing. It's slow and painful, but we're doing what we need to do. We're staying the course. All right, thank all of you. See you soon. Hasta luego.